and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this beautiful farmhouse wreath. Let's get started. First, let's look at the supplies I used to make this wreath. I started with an 18-inch grapevine accent wreath, which adds a nice thickness and fullness for the base. If you're looking for a wreath with less depth, you can use a wire wreath. I just liked using this as a base. I'm all about efficiency, so when I started looking for the floral to make the foliage of the wreath, I went with 3 garlands. So this first one is a lamb's ear. The second one with the smaller is a frosted eucalyptus. And this third garland is a larger leaf eucalyptus. So they're all within the same color palette. They're kind of a dusted and desaturated palette. For the accents, I used this lavender pick, which also has some of the lamb's ear and has some other little sprouts coming off of it. The other accent pick I used is this forest bush, which has some seeded foliage, some longer and narrower leaves, and also had this fern accent, which I liked. I also needed a wreath hanger for over the door, and optionally you can get floral wire. I'm just going to use these white ties from some trash bags, and you will need some either wire cutters or heavy duty scissors to cut the wire or trim up foliage. If you want to hang the wreath by any type of ribbon or another fabric, you're welcome to choose that, which matches your style. The first thing I did was remove all of the tags. If they do come with these green twist ties, I'm going to save that and use it. There's loops on the ends of these 3 garlands, so I'm going to tie these together. Now, I don't have my helpers here today, so I have the loops at the ends of all the garlands tied together to this chair, which at least gets it off the ground. And I'm going to start braiding these together. And as I do that, I'm going to try to pull out the foliage so it is facing outward. And try to tie the stems as close as I can together. Now that this is braided together, that's going to be your hardest part. You can go ahead and leave these loops hooked together with that twist tie and start placing this around your wreath. And you want to take note of, actually before you braid them, you want to take note of the flow of the wreath. So my first one I did is flowing this way, and I like the look of that as it comes up and sweeps to the right. Got a few more tags to remove. I'm going to go ahead and tie on this first garland loop to one of the main grapevine branches wrapped around. And now this one's a pretty long piece, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. And just start securing the garlands to the accent wreath. Just going to overlap just a little bit. So just loop through, twist, and tuck to hide them. Or if you would like to trim them off, that's up to you. Now if you have an odd branch sticking out, you can tuck that through some stems and try to weave them through to separate them. Since I started at the top, I'm just gonna go about a quarter of the way around, find those stems that we wrapped, and start securing them. You want to hide the stems as much as possible. That's why we want those tight against the frame. That we have our base established. Next I'm going to place the lavender pick pieces. I'm just going to look at the base of these and trim as close as I can. You can set aside the pieces that don't have flowers for now. What I'm going to do next is just place the first one. Let's go. And I'm just going to tuck this in. That's what I did to my wreath. If you are giving this to someone or selling it, you will want to tie those down and secure them better. Now that one's towards the inside, so the next one I'm going to space out and balance, and it's going to go more towards the outside. And the next one I'm going to do towards the inside. So I'm creating a pattern and balancing out the color. If you have any extras and you want to keep adding them, feel free to do so. And if you'd like to stick these in, it does, again, carrying and balancing. All right, next I'm going to start taking apart this forest bush. And the first ones I would like to see are these seeded ones. Those are all the seeds. So I'm going to trim off this fern-like foliage. And if you want to use more of these long leaves, you can. Same as we did with spacing lavender, I'm going to space these out in between lavender. Since they're kind of their own focal point, I think. Just wrap and tuck until you can see it and it looks good to you. Okay, so this one's here. I'm going to space it out. I know I have 3 of these. So I'm going to do sort of a triad or triangle. Next, with these fern pieces, so here's the tip of it. I'm going to do sort of an S curve as I did before. And these, I want to go around the border and just kind of peek out on the edges. I just kept them on the outside. Can pull them up more towards the front. Just kind of work with the dimension. And you can continue to fuss and shape these, bring the leaves out as needed. But overall, this has a great variety of the smaller foliage and some different textures, which I think really pull it all together. If you enjoyed watching how to make this beautiful wreath, please like the video and subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.